Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Boldly Going, where I, Merlin, sometimes known as Joe, and my friends with the Film Fanatics, we have Dan over here,
Hey,
and Justin over there,
Hey, how's it going?
discuss various Star Trek series, and we go through all the major series except for Enterprise now, which we decided they don't want to go back to, which I don't blame
Can't
them.
imagine why, Joe.
Which I don't blame
that
them.
pilot was bad.
But now we go back to the always entertaining Star Trek, the original series, and this time we're going to be talking about Miri, and the question is, who wants to do the synopsis? Because Justin's already hinting he's got one planned.
Well, I've done the last four.
All right,
so
I was
gonna
you may
say,
as well give it to
yeah,
Justin.
All right, Justin, you said something about Star Trek meets Village of the Damned. Could you expand on that? That's
Okay, well, I mean, it is still basically Village of the Damned, or Children of the Corn to some varying degrees. But,
Definitely.
Well, once again, the Enterprise crew heads down to discover a civilization very similar to Earth, but with a twist. As these children are entering, as these humanoid beings are entering puberty, they are encountering this deadly virus and are gradually getting killed off until there's only maybe 20 or 30 people left. And among them is Miri, who by virtue of Star Trek TOS, has to fall in love with Kirk in the most irritating and painful way imaginable.
Uh-huh.
And needless to say, there's lots of commentary about growing up and puberty and Roddenberry being pretentious.
Uh-oh. I'm sensing feelings.
And needless to say, the Enterprise once again gets contracted with the virus.
Of course, pretty standard
It's
plot.
a race against time. Overall, this is a very, very cheesy episode. But for the most part, I thought it was a lot of fun, actually. The makeup is quirky, is campy, but it's just the right kind of campy, I think.
Okay.
Is some of the commentary about adolescence and aspects like that pretentious? Oh yeah, but if Charlie X is the worst of the worst, Miri's probably a bit more up there. My one issue with this one is it kind of heads into the next generation territory of there's 4 minutes left and we need a solution, and I think that's really what pulled this one down for me. But overall, I think it's a mostly entertaining episode. I leave it with a B.
Okay. Dan?
Well, one could say they set the template with that. I mean, obviously they're not cribbing from Next Generation.
Well, no.
But I liked it. I mean, I thought it was pretty good. It's the first time, really, other than Charlie X, I guess, that we've seen children involved with the Enterprise. I thought the purple gum or whatever it was that they were using for the sores, I mean, that was terrible.
It was terrible, but it was brilliantly terrible.
But
That was pretty bad.
it looked like some chewed gum that they just
I think that's
put on
actually
their
what it
hands.
was.
But I don't know. I didn't think it was quite as pretentious as all that. Yeah, I mean, you said that a couple times. I didn't really get that vibe from it in regards to other Trek things that we've seen.
Well, no, it's not Code of Honor here.
I mean,
but
this is certainly on the lower end, I think, of that. No, I generally liked this episode. I do admit it wraps up rather quickly, but sort of what happens. I don't think even in Star Trek. I think on shows in general,
Sometimes
certainly in the 50s and 60s, I mean, things just kind of wrap up, and that's that.
on to the next episode.
Yeah, I mean, so I don't really hold that as too much of a strike against it. I rather enjoyed Miri. It's a B+.
Wow. You guys like this one quite a bit.
Yeah.
I've always found
Not a fan?
I've always found this one kind of irritating.
Oh, okay.
I don't really like a lot of the kids. I found most of them kind of grating and annoying. I think the plot of this one is honestly rather uninspired. And Miri also kind of annoys me. It's not the worst for all terms of children involved in TOS. I mean, that's
I'm sure.
The children shall lead. But
Oh, no.
but so yeah, we come across this again. I think this one is just mostly kind of average in terms of everything. Like, I don't think it showcases the characters as well as it could. I think there are episodes that do it far better. I do like the fact they tried to introduce a different set piece that's like cinematically a little bit different.
Kind of cool.
They play some cool cinematography. I like it when you
From the Andy Griffith set.
from the Andy Griffith.
yes.
By the way.
Which is fine.
Yeah.
And I like it when sometimes you'll occasionally have that director that tries to do something a little more experimental. And this is one of the few Star Trek episodes they do that. So I can't say I hate it, but it's never been one of my favorites. Leave it with a C+.
Listen, I'm into Yao Man Rand, by the way.
You like him?
That blonde woman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like her a lot, and I just am stunned that we don't ever really hear about her We talked about this, I don't know if it was the last time we did TOS or the time before, but, she doesn't really show up in the movies, and
No.
I think she's a good addition to the show.
No, she's got a lot of character development to her.
Yeah.
Which is why when they kind of took a quasi-sexist angle with her this time around, it was kind of a setback for me.
Well, there are some minor issues with that, but I like the character. But yeah, it's funny, both the Yeoman and Nurse Ratched kind of get skipped aside, I guess.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
you know what? It was Nurse Ratched we talked about last time with
the thing
that.
is,
Yeah.
I think it's because they just had the less amount, like they're recurring characters,
Yeah.
but I think that out of like the 80 episodes, they might, between the two of them, might be in 20.
Oh,
Okay.
wow.
So, I mean, I don't think they capture as much when people look back on it, but I consider them to be good cast members. And
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I think the
Are they
Yeoman,
both still alive?
I honestly don't know.
Okay.
But I know that the Yeoman, honestly, she's just not that important in terms of most of them. There's a couple episodes where she is involved in the plots more directly, but really, all things considered, she just doesn't play a part. I know what Nurse Ratched does, and more consistently because she's in sick bay with Dr. McCoy,
Yeah.
so she does.
And
more
everyone
stuff.
gets sick in every episode.
Yeah.
Yeah. No,
What we can track this
as
time.
you've noticed, one of the three main plots of Star Trek is there is a disease.
Yes.
Yep.
So
Pretty much every time.
it's. I'm trying to remember what did my dad always say.
Disease or straight up enemy.
No, it was
Like
it
a
was.
Klingon.
Yep.
Oh no, it was
Evil Kirk, too.
It was the three my dad always said for TOS. It's Kirk falls in love.
Yep.
There's an incurable disease, or someone goes insane,
Or some variation of all three.
or some variation of all three, and that's probably most of TOS, right?
Okay, that stands to reason so far.
So yeah, there's a lot of fun you can have with that, I guess. But
Oh,
those
yeah.
are the main plots generally. Hey, it's more interesting than some stuff
It
you've
works.
seen in
Oh, yeah.
Voyager.
Well, that's for sure.
But yeah, I'm glad you guys like this one more than I, because it's never been one I particularly enjoyed. So I'm glad.
No, I thought this one had its moments.
Okay. I wonder what's next on the list, though. More next gen.
More next
Well,
gen
yeah,
next
yeah.
week, yeah.
But I know there's like a few episodes in the first season that are
Justin, did you recognize any of the children from this episode?
relevant.
From anything?
I feel like I should, but
The one boy with all the freckles and the weird gaping mouth plays Dill in To Kill a Mockingbird.
Oh, okay.
A couple years before this.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Nice.
All right.
So evil children work.
Called him right away.
Well-
he was evil.
Well, most of them had some issues,
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
but that's understandable.
They're getting a disease and they're all dying.
Yes.
But everyone's always
have an
dying in
excuse.
Star Trek from some disease.
Well, they don't know that. They're new to the
the show,
franchise.
they're new to the script. They'll figure it out if they make it that long.
Yeah.
But
Well, they're not red shirts, so.
I guess we can wrap it up with that. Let us know your thoughts on this episode and any you're looking forward to in the future. Next time we're going to Next Gen, and that'll be wonderful, I'm sure.
It usually isn't.
All right, everybody, say goodbye.
See ya.
Warp 5.
It's a random number.